everybody, it's Paige, and today's video is going to be my review of the brand new Luxe Legacy collection from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is a collab between Jaclyn and her mom, Robin. I just received my PR package in the mail, and I'm so excited to play with these products. We're going to swatch everything. I will be trying all of the products out today and give you guys my first initial thoughts on the collection. I'm so excited for this collection. It looks absolutely beautiful. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So here is the PR package. It is absolutely beautiful. I love the deep green color on here. It's just so stunning, and I can't stop staring at this PR package. So before we open it, I just wanted to go over the main details of the collection. It does launch on April 24th at 10 AM PST, which is 1 PM Eastern, on jaclyncosmetics.com. It's also going to be launching at Ulta on the 24th and in select Ulta stores on May 22nd. It looks like it will eventually be available at Morphe and also some international retailers, but the dates for those launches are still to be determined. So let's go ahead and open up this collection. There is a lot in this collection. That's why I don't have any makeup on right now, because there's a lot in here, and I figured it would be easier just to start fresh. So first, I wanted to mention this palette. So there's actually two eyeshadow palettes. I wasn't sure based on the promo photos. I initially thought there was only one, and I read the description of one of the Instagram posts, and I was like, are they referring to two different palettes here? Like, what's going on? And so I kind of thought maybe, but I had only seen pictures of one of the palettes. So there's actually two palettes in this collection. We have this one here, which is the Dear Mom Eyeshadow Palette, and this one is so cute. There's a picture of Jaclyn and Robin on here, and on the back there are a ton of photos of different mothers with their children. I feel like this is so fun to see and such a special touch. I am so glad that Jaclyn decided to do this, because I feel like it makes it that much more special. So we have the Dear Mom palette, which I will open up in a moment, and then inside the PR package we have literally so many products. I have the box lid just fell. I have my info card here with all of the information on the products. And then we have the PR package, which has so many fun things in it. We have the eyeshadow primer. This is another eyeshadow palette. We have some eyeliners, which I believe are new to Jaclyn Cosmetics. We have a few liquid lips and lip liners, some setting powders, and a setting spray. So let's go ahead and dive in. I will not keep you any longer. Actually, yes, I will, because we're going to read the note that Jaclyn left for us. It says, "You'll notice that there are two eyeshadow palettes in this collection, the Dear Mom Eyeshadow Palette and the Luxe Legacy Eyeshadow Palette. Both include the same wear everywhere mix of shimmers and mattes and flawless formulas, but the Dear Mom palette is particularly close to my heart. This gorgeous limited edition packaging is an homage to my mother, Robin, as well as all the moms out there. Keep one palette for yourself and share one with the woman you admire most in your life, because what legacy is more meaningful, and who deserves a little luxury more than a mom? XO Jaclyn." Oh my gosh, I'm like about to cry. That is so beautiful. So I guess it is the same palette. This kind of explains things. Wow, I'm like actually teary-eyed. So okay, this is so cool. I get to give one to my mom, and I don't know which one I will give her. Are they the same, like this packaging? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom you guys in so we can start trying out these products. Alright guys, so the first product that I'm going to be trying out today is the new setting powder. I am so excited to try this. This is called the Powder Move Setting Powder, and it's going to retail for $30. I have two shades here, but there are 6 shades in the entire collection. I have Sheer Fair, which is the lightest shade, and then I also have Sheer Light, which is a little bit deeper. The other shades are Sheer Medium, Sheer Tan, Sheer Deep, and Sheer Rich. I saw a photo on the Jaclyn Cosmetics Instagram stories, and it looks to be a very good shade range for setting powder. So I'm excited to try this. It says, make powder moves with this loose setting powder that blurs and smooths the appearance of skin while setting makeup with a soft focus finish and subtle radiance. So the packaging is very Jaclyn Cosmetics. It's actually quite similar to her under eye setting powders. It's this is the under eye setting powder here, and then this is the all over face setting powder. So very similar packaging. The setting powder is a little bit larger than the under eye powder, but they both have the cubed shape, and I think that they are so sleek and so cute. Also, it does say Jaclyn x Robin on the packaging here of the Powder Move loose setting powders. So we're gonna go ahead and try this out. I do have primer, foundation, and concealer on, but that is it. For primer, I went in with the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream. I used the Sephora Best Skin Ever Foundation and the NARS Radiance Creamy Concealer. It's actually the Radiant Creamy Concealer, not Radiance. Just had to throw that out there. All right, so I think let me swatch both of these before I decide what shade to use. So I know you don't normally swatch setting powder, but here are the swatches just so you guys can see. The top one is Sheer Fair, and then this bottom one is Sheer Light. I feel like my perfect shade would be kind of like a mix between them, so maybe I'll go in with Sheer Fair on my under eyes just to see how light it is, and then we'll figure out what I'm going to use to set the rest of my face. Alright, so I'm using my diamond shaped beauty sponge from Blinged Brushes, and I'm just going to tap this along my under eye area just to set this in place. I will say it's been a while since I've used a loose setting powder. I've been really enjoying my pressed powders recently, which is kind of odd for me, but it's probably been a few months since I've used a loose setting powder. So I'm just going to kind of layer that up again. It's actually quite light, meaning light in weight and texture. I thought it was going to feel a little bit cakier, but I can't really feel it at all on my skin. I think the fact that these are like slightly tinted made me a little bit nervous, but I actually really like the way this powder feels on my skin. Today we're going to be using the silver set from Bling Brushes. You guys can use code PAIGE for 10% off if you guys are interested, but these brushes are absolutely phenomenal, and I feel like this is just such a fitting collection. This is a great Mother's Day gift, by the way. Just throwing that out there. So yeah, I'm going to use my F1 and just tap into that same shade, and I'm just going to kind of lightly dust this over the rest of my face and kind of get rid of the excess powder that's on my under eye area. The powder is super finely milled, and as you can see, it's not leaving like a super crazy cast on my under eye from letting it sit there for a little bit. So although I think I could get away with using either of those two shades, I think my preference is Sheer Fair, just because I typically like a nice brightening powder, and I feel like the emphasis on the word sheer is important. I was a little bit nervous because the fact that they're shades means that you have to pick the one that's going to work for you, and it's not just like a universal type product, which I don't even know that there really are universal type products, but I was just a little bit intimidated. But the fact that the powders are so sheer, it definitely helps you be able to use these powders on a wider range of skin tones. So I think I could get away with using either of those. My preference based on using Sheer Fair, I love the way that it looks. It's very light, it's not overly matte, definitely not a powder if you're trying to get a super matte look. I still have a nice radiant finish. You can see this glow on my cheeks still, so keep that in mind, but it has a beautiful natural finish, and I really like the way that it looks on my skin. My under eyes haven't creased yet, so that's a good thing. We'll keep an eye on that, but so far, so good. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some blush, bronzer, and highlight, and I'm going to be using some Jaclyn Cosmetics products. This is my favorite blush and bronzer duo from them. This is in the shade Pink Me Up and Oh Honey. I love these shades so much. And then I'm going to be using the highlighter in the shade Iced, which is one of my favorite shades. I love this product so much. So I'm gonna do these I'm gonna put them on and I'll be right back. Moving on to the next product, which is the eyeshadow palette. I have both of them, like I mentioned. I have the Luxe Legacy Eyeshadow Palette, and then I also have the Dear Mom palette. Now, both of these are going to look exactly the same on the inside. The packaging is what is different. So I'm going to keep one, and I'm going to give one to my mom, and I feel like it's only right that I give her the Dear Mom palette because how fitting. So this one is already out of the external packaging, but this is what the regular Luxe Legacy eyeshadow palette looks like on the outside. I will show you guys what the Dear Mom one looks like on the outside because I got a little peek of it and it is different. It's so pretty. The rose is absolutely stunning. It also has this raised J here, which you can see is cohesive with her other packaging. This is just so beautiful. So if you guys are looking for a Mother's Day present, this would also be a really great idea. It is so freaking cute, and how adorable is the packaging and the fact that they have a bunch of moms with their children on the back here. I think that is so special. I actually see a familiar face on here. We have Alex with her 2 kids, which is so exciting to see. I also see Jaclyn's sister on here and so many other beautiful, beautiful mothers. So I'm going to put this one back and give it to my mom. I actually went to pick this package up today and I thought I was gonna see her, but she's actually out of town right now visiting her parents. So yeah, that is so special. Both of the palettes will retail for $49. So like I said, they're the same exact palette. Let's go ahead and open this one up so you guys can see. It is so pretty. It's definitely a more neutral palette, so if you love color, this might not be the one for you, but I feel like this is a very wearable palette, and there are some fun little pops in here. Like these green tones are so beautiful. There's also a bunch of these nice warm kind of terracotta shades, so I'm excited to swatch this palette. This is the first time Jaclyn Cosmetics has ever come out with eyeshadow, and I feel like there's been a lot of anticipation around this, so hopefully we love the formula. Let's go ahead and swatch the first shade. This first one is called Meat and Potatoes. That is honestly so cute. So here is the, oh, I still have swatches on here. Let me wipe these off first. All right, Meat and Potatoes. Here is the very first swatch. It looks beautiful, very pigmented, very buttery actually, and very smooth. That is so pretty. This is kind of like a satin finish, I would say. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but I would call this a satin. It's very thick, like almost creamy in a good way. It's thick in a good way. But that is so pretty. If it hits the light, you can kind of see a little bit more of that sheen, but just looking straight on, it does appear to have a really beautiful satin finish. Next, we have a matte shade. This is called Biscuit, and this is like a matte, creamy kind of color. A little bit iffy on the swatch there, but it still feels super smooth as I'm swatching it in the pan, and then as I apply it, it is also very close to my skin tone, so it's going to be a little bit harder to see. Next, we have Honey, which is another matte shade. This is similar to Biscuit, except this one has a little bit more of a pinky undertone, whereas Biscuit was a little bit more of a yellow undertone. This next shade is called Peanty Butter, and I'm guessing this is some sort of what do they call that? Inside joke. Probably a play on peanut butter. Here is the swatch of that. That's another matte shade. That's a really pretty kind of like mustard color. And then the last shade in the top row is called Farm Girl, and this is another matte. This is a matte, I would say kind of like medium neutral brown. So there is the top row swatch. I'm gonna go ahead and speed swatch the second row and then so on, so that we're not here for 20 years. But so far the swatches look really nice. They feel super smooth as I'm swatching them, and they look velvety soft. I'll give you guys kind of like a close-up. They feel super velvety, and like I said, these four are all mattes. This is the only one that kind of has that kind of like satiny shimmer texture to it, but so far I'm impressed. Okay, so row 2 is where stuff gets really good. Row 2 is full of shimmers. Are you guys ready for these swatches? Look at that silver. That top shade is absolutely insane. All of these are gorgeous shimmers. They're metallic, they're creamy, they're pigmented, they're very thick to swatch as well, which is just such a nice formula. I'm so excited. I literally am so excited. I love this kind of old, kind of antique gold shade. So from top to bottom, we have Thankful, French Silk, Apple Pie, Family AF, and Tootsie. That is the second row. This green color is so pretty. I feel like a look with these two shades would be stunning. So there we have the second row. Again, I don't know if I gave you guys kind of like a closer look, but so pretty. Here is the third row. This is all mattes. We have Small Town, So Ucky, Puddin' Girl, Rachy, and Bad Mousy. All of these shades are so pretty. I honestly feel like this as like a smaller 5-pan palette would have been so fun. Maybe like replace this top shade with like a super shimmery color. I would be all over that. And then here we have the final row. From top to bottom, we have TC, Mamacita, Moo, Buddy, and Because I Said So. All of these shades are so pretty and fun. I feel like there's a lot of mattes in here, so keep that in mind. Definitely a majority mattes. It's basically 3/4 matte shadows, which I do enjoy matte shades, but I am definitely on team shimmer or team metallic when it comes to eyeshadows. So I wish that there were more, but that's just based on my personal preference. Let's go ahead and zoom in and create a look with this palette. I'm so excited. So before we go in with any eyeshadow, we are going to put on some eyeshadow primer. This is the new First Base Eyeshadow Primer. This retails for $20, and it says, this sheer translucent formula dries down matte and visibly smooths the look of your skin so your eyeshadow looks last. So I guess we apply this, we let it dry down matte. The packaging is really cute. Oh, it's actually a little doe foot applicator. I was not expecting that. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on each eye and then rub it out with my finger. It feels very thin. It kind of reminds me of the texture of Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I feel like it's thinner than the Urban Decay Primer Potion, so that's why I say the Too Faced one. It kind of reminds me of that one a little bit more. It feels really nice and smooth, almost a little bit slippery at first, but as I'm blending this and I can tell it's drying down, it's feeling more like matte, velvety smooth. Oh my gosh, my eyelids are literally, they literally look blurred. That's crazy. I would wear this like alone. Like when I'm not wearing eyeshadow, I would totally just wear this and have a nice smooth eyelid. So while I wait for my eyeshadow primer to dry, I'm gonna read you guys the description for the eyeshadow palette because I realized I forgot to do that. So it says, luxury is timeless, so keep it going with classic neutrals for an all-day polish and deep shimmers for an all-out after-dark glam. I don't know what kind of look to do today. I kind of want to play with one of the greens, but I also don't want to go too crazy, so this is kind of like a tough decision. I think I'm going to start by taking the shade So Ucky, which is this really pretty kind of like grayish beige taupey type shade. It's a matte color. I just used 3 colors to try to describe one, and I'm taking this on an E3 from Bling Brushes, and I'm just going to run that through my crease a little bit. I tapped into the slightest amount because I wasn't sure how pigmented these were going to be. I can already see some color payoff, but I'm going to go back in with a little bit more product and kind of build that up. It's blending super easily and it feels so smooth. It's not skipping. I feel like that eyeshadow base just gives you a really nice smooth canvas that you can easily blend shadows on top of. Next, I'm going to go into this shade here, which is called Farm Girl, and I'm just going to take that same brush, but this time I'm going to keep that kind of in the outer corner of my eye and just blend that into the shade So Ucky. Now I'm going to take an E5, which is a flat shader brush, and I am going to go into Meat and Potatoes, which is that kind of satiny formula. This is the only eyeshadow with this formula in the palette from what I can tell. And I'm just going to place this on the inner portion of my lid and kind of blend that into those other shades. I want a brighter kind of inner lid portion here. I think I'm gonna do a pop of color on my lower lash line. Not that I've been like trying to copy that Hailey Bieber Coachella look, but that's kind of my inspiration as far as the shape of the eye look that I'm doing today, I think. I don't know. I that look was so pretty. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure if you look up Hailey Bieber Coachella, she had like a blue eyeliner on her lower lash line. You'll see what I'm talking about, but that's gonna be kind of like my very distant inspiration for today's eye look. I'm gonna take my finger and go into French Silk, which is the kind of like champagne-y shimmer shade, and I'm just going to tap a little bit of that on the center of my eyelid, just to add some extra sparkle. Okay, next we are going to go into the shade Moo, which is this really pretty green color. And let me find a brush. We're gonna use this angled liner brush. This is the E6 from Bling Brushes, and it's just like a super tiny little angled brush like this. And I'm gonna tap into Moo, and I'm a lot bit intimidated. So I just have the tiniest bit on my brush, and I'm just going to tightly line that along my lower lash line. Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Then I'm gonna switch my camera battery because it's about to die, and I will be right back. Alright, so my camera battery is switched, and in Hailey's picture she has like winged liner on, and I'm not like super good with the whole winged liner thing, so I think I'm gonna skip that part. But so far I'm really liking the way that the eye look is looking. I feel like once I put mascara on, it's gonna be even better. But I am going to take, let's see, what kind of brush do I want? I think I might just take another one of these angled brushes, and I'm gonna go in with Tootsie, which is the shimmery green color here, and I'm going to kind of buff this along my lower lash line. I feel like I want a different brush. So I think we're gonna actually use one from my collection with Bling Brushes. This is the E26, and it's a little bit of like, or a little bit more of a pencil brush than an angled liner type brush. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of that Tootsie shade. I feel like that was a lot. And I'm just going to smudge that along top of the shade Moo and try to get a little bit of sparkle if I can. That definitely added a little bit of shimmer, but not quite as much as I was hoping. So I'm going to go into Family AF, which is that kind of like old gold color, and I'm gonna go on top of that again to see if I can get a little bit more dimension and just kind of mix all of those together. My lower lash line looks super bold and intense now, so we're definitely gonna need quite a bit of mascara to make this look normal, but I really like the way that the gold shade looks. I'll show you the one that I'm using, this one right here, Family AF. So I went Moo, then Tootsie, and then Family AF on top of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same on this side now. I got the tiniest bit of fallout from packing those darker shades to my under eyes, but honestly no other fallout whatsoever. Like, it was hardly noticeable, and it just wiped away so easily with my powder brush. So now I'm actually going to go in with some eyeliner, which is different for me. I'm not really an eyeliner wearer, especially like my waterline, actually any eyeliner, honestly. I don't wear liquid liner or pencil liner, but we have some to try today, so I thought we might as well give them a go. There are 5 shades here, and this is the Line Eyeliner Pencil. These will retail for $18 each, and we have 5 shades. We have Smooth Black, which is a matte, Smooth Black Brown, which is also a matte, Smooth Bronze, which is a shimmer, Smooth Charcoal, which is a matte, and Smooth Blackberry, which is also a matte. I'm going to go ahead and swatch them, but it says All eyes on you with this ultra smooth eyeliner formula that glides on easily and is highly concentrated with pigment for a color pop of payoff. So I'm gonna swatch these, but I'm kind of thinking of using the bronzy one. I'm gonna use it on my waterline, but the packaging looks like this. It looks just like her lip liners, except the caps are different. These have like a gold metallic cap, and her lip liners just have the black caps here. The bottoms of the eyeliners also depict what shade they are, which is really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these for you. So here are the swatches. I know I didn't do a very good job, but it was really hard for me to draw these. I didn't want to like press too hard, so I was very lightly going, so my lines are a little bit wobbly. But we have the smooth black brown, smooth bronze, smooth charcoal, and smooth blackberry, all super pigmented, very smooth as I apply them. I was gonna use the bronze one, but I actually think I'm gonna go in with black brown. I don't know, I feel like the bronze might be a little bit much with the green that we've got going on, so I'm gonna go in with smooth black brown, which is a matte formula. And I'm just going to kind of apply this to my waterline. Again, this is not something that I typically do. So here's the difference. I have the eyeliner on this side, no eyeliner on this side. I need to fix my inner corner here because it looks a little bit odd. I feel like, I mean, obviously I can see a difference. I actually like the way that it looks with the eyeliner better than this side. I feel like it just looks a little bit more smoky, a little bit more cohesive, but again, this is not something that I would typically do on the daily. But if I do have a more bold pop of color on my lower lash line, I feel like this definitely is a super helpful step. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try out the new setting spray, which I'm so freaking excited about. This is the All Set setting spray, and it retails for $28. It says, set it and forget it with this super fine facial mist that primes, sets, conditions, and protects your look with a nourishing blend of oils and delivers a natural finish. So I did not use this beforehand, but it sounds like you can use this as kind of like a priming spray. The packaging is so beautiful. I love it. And it says Jaclyn x Robin here, and it says lock in your look. Did I just read this? No. Shake well before use, close eyes, and mist face to set makeup. So we're gonna give it a good shake, and hopefully the sprayer is good. Let's hope. All right. Ooh, oh yes, super fine mister. Does it have a scent? I feel like it has a light scent of something, kind of refreshing. Maybe like, I don't even know. I have no idea. Very refreshing though, kind of like herbally scented. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this all over my face. Oh, wow, that was stronger than I expected. Make sure you hold it a good distance away from your skin. I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry, and then I will put on mascara. And then the last category of products we have to try out is lips, and I have 4 different lip combos to show you guys. I'm so excited. They all look so pretty. There's one in particular that I'm really hoping looks good on me because it looks stunning in the packaging. Alright guys, so here is what the eye looks like with mascara. I think it looks so smoky, almost like, I don't know, I feel like sultry is a good word. I love it. I love the pop of green with my blue eyes. I feel like it looks really pretty. I don't know, I can't stop looking at my eyes. I feel like it looks so cute. So now we are going to move on to lips. Just so you guys know, I used the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes Mascara in case you were curious. So we have 4 liquid lipstick shades and 4 lip liner shades. The Poutspoken Lip Liners retail for $18, and it says line and define your perfect pout with this super creamy high pigment pencil developed to pair with Poutspoken liquid lipsticks. And then for the liquid lipsticks, those retail for $20 each, and it says stand out and be Poutspoken with Jaclyn Hill's long-wearing luxe matte shades. Our buildable formula features breakthrough technology to give you unstoppable color that stays put on your pout. So like I said, we got 4 different shades. Let me go ahead and pull them out of the packaging so you guys can see them. Here are the, oh my gosh, my hair, the lip liner shades. We have the lightest one on top. That's the one I'm most excited for. This one is called Hope. Then we have Faith. My mom is actually calling me right now. Then we have Sweetheart and Love. It says, you'll notice that there are 2 eyeshadow palettes in this collection. The Dear Mom Eyeshadow Palette and the Luxe Legacy Eyeshadow Palette both include the same mix of shimmers and mattes and flawless formulas, but the Dear Mom palette is particularly close to my heart. The gorgeous limited edition packaging is an homage to my mother Robin, as well as all moms out there. Keep one palette for yourself and share one with the woman you admire most in your life, because what legacy is more meaningful and who deserves a little luxury more than a mom? So I have both of the palettes, so I decided that you get to have the pretty limited edition Dear Mom palette. It's so cute.
For Mother's Day.
Yeah. So my mom just called me and the first thing she said was, "Don't you need me for your video?" I guess she just got home because like I said, she was visiting my grandma and grandpa for my grandpa's birthday, and she wasn't home. But if she was home, I would have told her to come over and bring the package so that we could film this together, because that would have been really cool. So anyway, we're gonna go in with Hope. This is the first shade and the lightest shade. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. I'll probably do this off camera just so that we save time, because I already know this video is gonna be so long. And just for reference, I am very familiar with the Poutspoken Lip Liner and Liquid Lipstick formula. I love both. I have not come across shades that I dislike formula-wise. There's definitely some that I have tried on that don't look good on my skin tone, but formula-wise, I love it so much. So let's go ahead and go in with this shade here, which again is called Hope. This reminds me of like Cream Cup from MAC. So here we have the first shade, Hope. This is so pretty. It totally reminds me of Cream Cup. Like, I feel like this might be a Cream Cup dupe. It is a very cool toned, bright pinky color. It's so cute. I don't know what it is about this color, but I absolutely love it. Here are the swatches. The lip liner is on top. The liquid lipstick is just below that. But here we have the color Hope. This next shade is called Faith. It is a very bright pink. It's super pretty. It has a little bit more of a kind of peachiness to it than the first one, a little bit more warmth. It's a little bit brighter than the first shade as well, but it's still really pretty. Definitely a statement lip for me. I feel like it looks a little bit odd with my green eye look, but such a pretty color. I could totally see myself wearing this shade and I love it. So once again, this is the shade Faith. This next shade I feel like is honestly my favorite so far. This is the shade Sweetheart. It is so pretty. Definitely a bit deeper than the previous two, a little bit more muted. So rosy, so pretty. I love it. And then this last shade here is called Love. This is definitely the deepest of the four. Very pretty, kind of like a dusty rosy red. It's absolutely stunning. If I were to wear red, I feel like I would go for something like this because it's a little bit less bright and out there. This is definitely more of like a dusty rose type shade, but still a red, and I think it's so pretty. I definitely just had lipstick on my teeth, but we're just gonna ignore it. So that is everything in this collection. I gotta say, I'm thoroughly impressed with this collection. It is absolutely stunning. I feel like the theming of it is incredible. The contents of the collection are incredible. The eyeshadow primer, I love it. I can't wait to try that with other eyeshadow formulas. The palette, amazing. I wish it had more shimmers, but that's just my personal preference. I think the colors are beautiful and I'm really impressed with the formula. I want to play with more of those matte shades though, just to kind of like get more familiar with the formula. But so far my first impression was 10 out of 10. The liquid lips and lip liners are all stunning shades. The powder I'm really liking. Same with the setting spray. My under eyes have not creased yet. I haven't like looked super oily yet. I've been filming for a few hours now, so that says something, but I still have a really nice natural glow to my skin. I love everything. I can't wait to continue using these products. I will have all of the information listed down below in the description box. I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on this collection. It is absolutely fantastic. I literally can't even get the whole thing in frame. It's incredible. Congratulations to Jaclyn for such an amazing launch, and what a cool thing to do a collaboration with your mom. That's like totally something that I would do. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.